Hi, welcome to Jackie Burns Creations. This week is just our imagination, and we have to use some really interesting things. It is hosted by Kathy Jo DIY, Rusty Can Lays, and our co-host this week is Craft Classy. So everybody jump in. We've got some just, like I say, interesting projects. We have a clipboard, a wire basket, and the biggest of them all was the pooper scooper, the litter picker-upper. And I think this was a really tough one for everybody, so watch and see what I do with them. Boy, that pooper scooper was a real challenge. And I don't usually get challenged, but it was a challenge, and I thought of a few different things, but in the end, it just kind of at the last minute did what I did. So hope you enjoy it. Well, here I'm working on the clipboard, and I pulled out some of my IOD stamps, and I didn't leave in my mistakes because it would make the video too long. But I figured out, well, I've watched enough of them done, and you think I'd know how to do it, but they scare me. Of all the products I use, the stamps are the scariest to me. And I have used them before, but mostly on fabric. I tried it on this clipboard a few times. I painted it with IOD white linen, and I got close enough with my hair dryer to make it warm enough that it would crack. So I thought that was a cool look. And so I figured out if I left them on the backing, I could control it better, because the surface was kind of slippery and it would slip on me. So if I put them down on the back, it seemed like I could control better. So what you do is you sand it off to get tooth on it. You saw me sanding, and you lay them down and stamp them with the ink pad. I'm using IOD ink, permanent ink, and when you put it down, you always keep one hand on it and use the other hand to tap it down in different places. So anyway, you don't have to push on it really hard. You just kind of have to give it a little massage and tap it down just easily. And then, like I say, you could switch hands, but you always keep one hand on it, and that way it doesn't slip. And then you could pick it up by the edges much easier than you can if you just leave the stamp off. I've seen people leave the backing off the stamp, but I don't know. And I'm still having trouble adjusting that camera. I think I got it figured out now. Later on, of course. But you can see that I'm putting a candy cane in there and a sucker, because it's Frosty's candy shop. And for the mistakes I made, I got a Q-tip wet and just kind of wiped around it. And I know it looks a little dark, but I remedied that at the end. And so after it all dries, I go back with my Sharpie and I just kind of fill in some of the areas that are a little lacking. Of course, I don't mind that being a little light in spots. It looks like it's worn. And I've got these paint pens, which I'm not impressed with them. I've had them for a while, but I haven't used them, so I don't know if that's the problem. And they're dried up a bit, but I had to keep kind of priming the tip of it. And I'm putting a little red in there. I'm not putting a whole bunch of color in there, just a little bit. A little green for his hat band and his scarf. Now I'm putting IOD, not IOD, DIY dark wax on it. It was the DIY paint I used the first time. And I love this wax because it goes on really dark, but then you wipe back as much as you want. It goes into your cracks and it mutes your colors just a little bit. I just love it. And wherever I made boo-boos, it just kind of blends in with it. I could have left it darker around the sides. I'm giving it a little bit of sand here. I forgot to sand it before I waxed it. I wanted to sand down just a little bit to make it look a little more worn. I love that finger sander. It's so cool. If you don't have one, get you one. They're not very expensive. It's real easy to change the paper. You just pull it off and stick a new one on. Trying to get in all that mechanical stuff at the top. And here's what I do is I love to distress. Just maybe hit the corners and the edges just a little bit. Now for the bow. Of course, it's got to have a bow on it. Funny, I haven't been making that many bows lately. My hands aren't as strong as they used to be, so if I take a little bit of glue on the edges, it helps me hold it better. Just a little bit. It needs a good fluffy fun bow with all the different ribbons. I hope we don't hear my dryer in the background. But it is very, very windy here today. You know, I'm putting them all together. Excuse me. Put the wire around it. I like that red one with a little bit of pink in there. It looks very candy-like. Then I just take the holes that are up at the top and just weave it through there. A little bit of glue just to keep it in place. And now I'm fluffing the bow. Love fluffing bows. Project number 2. This is the wire basket that I'm going to use. So I got the wire basket, and all I'm going to do with it is take some ribbon and kind of weave it in and out. Oh, I cut this styrofoam to fit it. Yeah, the one edge is jagged, but you won't notice it in the end. I like to save styrofoam from packing material. It helps recycle it, and it helps me on my pricing, so I don't have to spend as much money. Hope everybody's doing something fun for the holidays. Go out and see lights or take the family out for hot cocoa or watch a parade, or that's the kind of stuff I like to do at Christmas. I hate going Christmas shopping because it's too crowded. People are mean. So anymore, I do it all year long. I've been doing that for quite a few years and save it and put it away. And people tell me, but I do that and I forget where it's at. I keep it all in one spot. Sometimes I'm surprised when I go in and start getting things out and going, oh yeah, I forgot I got that. I'm using some Aleene's clear tacky glue. Just kind of spreading it all over the styrofoam. I spread it on the sides and the top. Have my yard decorated, but my house isn't quite all decorated yet. My son's and a friend has been going through the garage and organizing things in the garage, but he brought me in some bags of all kinds of linen, bed linen things that I'd forgot about. So now I have to decide where to put them. I just don't have as much room in this house as I had in my old one. Now I'm taking some papers, like tissue paper, and just leaving it crumpled. I crumpled it up and I'm leaving it kind of crumpled and just pressing it down. And I'm putting some snow tack on there, just to make some peaks. I probably could have done without that. Now, all these little goodies, I just gathered these all year long too. I love Christmas things and I love old, vintage, antique, kitschy Christmas items. And I have a big pile of them. If you see my last video, you can see what a pile I have, and I love using them. I get so excited. And so I'm just starting to arrange where I'm putting things. Oh, while the paper was still wet, I put some rock crystal on it. That's kind of a glassy looking glitter. It's a Tim Holtz brand. I really like it. Okay, I was gonna go glue the tree down and I thought, wow, this is a cool big tree I picked up somewhere, and then I realized, oh, it's electric. It has lights. Oh shoot, I forgot to light it up in the reveal. And this little stand-up Santa Claus, I got him and a couple of other, and I think I got these from Temu. They're cool. They're very kitschy, vintage looking. They're on, it's paper, but it's on wood, and they're on these little stands. It's very cute. I used one, I think, not in the last one, because I didn't participate in the last Just Our Imagination, but I think it was in the one before that. I used one of those stands in that. So I'm just going to rest that tree there and just turn it off and on when I want to. Little felt bear, and I put a little pick on his back, put him in there, and a little birdhouse with Christmas decorations on the front, little birds inside, and a little rocking chair with a little girl in there. I wanted to make it look kind of toy-like Santa and the elves were delivering the toys. Deciding if I want to put a Christmas bulb on there, and I decided no. I mean, Christmas light bulb. I did put some Christmas bulbs on there. A couple were vintage. I like collecting things anywhere from, of course, Victorian, but they're hard to find, but anywhere from 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I really like picking up 50s and 60 items. Just reminds me of growing up and how I loved Christmas. I loved my mom decorating the house, and when I got older, I loved helping her decorate the house. It was always my dad's job to put up the tree, and us kids helped put the Christmas bulbs on and the tinsel. And it was tinsel in those days. Sometimes you'd grab a handful and just throw it, and my mom would go, oh, and go over and straighten it out. When they started turning it into plastic, I didn't like it because it would fall off the tree, and you'd go to pick it up with a vacuum, and it'd wind up in the roll and get everything all stuck. And yeah. And it was real tinsel. It was kind of cool. If you've ever seen any of those old pictures of the trees just draped with it, it really made it shine with the lights. Oh, and the old bubble lights, and oh my goodness, I just loved the decorations. We had some that were my grandmother's when she was a little girl, and she was born in 1900, and they were beautiful. And Mom would always put those up really high on the tree. And one was a little bird with feathers coming out the back. Just trying to put a little florals in there to help. Oh yeah, I'm taking some poinsettias and these picks that I bought that are beads and a candy cane on top. And I can't remember for the life of me who I ordered those from, but they were a good price and really cute. You could probably see me messing with them here. I like to take the florals apart and then put them back together the way I like them. And I put them behind Santa. There's the little picks. Just getting that secured down. The kitschy things I like from the 50s are like the knee hugger, the little elves that are hugging their knees. And I have a bunch around here. I just haven't found them yet. Yeah. And let's see what else. Some of that plastic floral. It's just so 50s, 60s. I mean, we have much better looking floral nowadays, but it is kind of funny to look at it and to put it into arrangements like this. Just put a little bit of glue on top of there and gonna put a little glitter on top. Okay, now I'm gonna move it, put it into the basket. Project number 3. Okay, here's the dreaded kitty litter scooper. What I did was I painted the handle a really dark forest green and painted the scoop a bright silver, because I thought, it could look like a snow shovel. And then I remembered I had bought earlier these little miniature snow babies. A lot of people don't like snow babies. I think they're adorable. I love the little faces. They're just sweet. My friend has collected them forever, and she kind of got me looking at them, how cute they were. I would buy her some, and I'd go, these are so cute. So I had these little miniatures, and I thought, oh, they could be playing on the snow shovel. Look at that one I just put on in the sliding down the handle. I did paint that wood. I don't know if you saw it at first, but I did paint it. And then I put some of the rock crystal on there, the glitter on there. It was just a piece of scrap wood I got at Dollar Tree. This is a Dollar Tree I've got here, and it's on a really kind of long wire stem, and I just left it on the stand and glued it down. Now I've got some greenery I got off Amazon, and I've cut it apart. I'm putting it up where the handle is, where the hole is, so we cover the hole. Oh, I put that snow batting stuff in there. And a little tiny Christmas tree in the middle, and some of the extra ones I put along the side. Just like a whole little snow baby village. They're putting Santa's hat on, and one's making Santa, and they're exchanging presents, and one's peeking at the penguins. There's some that are just kind of being sleepy, waiting for Christmas. I noticed they had little wings. I guess it's kind of a modern version of the Cupies. I don't know. Now, these silver picks I got off Temu. I don't care when anybody says I like Temu. Get things good price, good shipping, free shipping, and or a really good shipping price. And they're getting storehouses here in the United States now, so things will come quicker. And I bought a lot of supplies. those little stands I used in there were just little dark colored, thread spools, and just little ones. They weren't really holding any thread, but just for decoration. I got those off Temu also. They make a nice little stands. I was just cutting off some of the silver balls and place them around the wood, around the little snow babies. I like the way they're all a neutral color, except they've got the little rosy cheeks. And their eyes are painted also. Putting a little bit of extra glitter in there for more snow looking. And now I decided to weave a little bit of lights in there, and I'm giving you a close-up of some of their sweet little faces and what they're doing. There's one that's going to put a hat on the snowman, and the one sliding down. There's presents, and look how sweet they are. I love that one looking at the penguins, and the penguins are looking back. Two popping out of a present. And there's one making a snowman. Okay, there's another look at it. And we're in our final reveal. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate each and every subscriber. Thank you so much. The numbers are raising, slow but sure. I'll get there one day. And there's the wire basket with all the little toys surrounding the tree. And Santa coming in. This elf's look on his face, the side eyes he's giving her, hilarious. I love this one, it turned out cute. And there's the big tree. And the pics, and here is our Frosty's Sweet Shop clipboard. You could put the family picture on there, you could put recipes on there, your to-do list, a favorite Christmas card, or just let it be a decoration. So I hope I lived up to my reputation of finding something to do with any product. And it was, like I say, this was a little bit of a challenge with that scooper. Thanks for watching. Come again soon.